more captured and ruled by this wicked entity called Satan. And so bear that in mind when you're dealing with, disturbance from people. And it can get you agitated and miserable and you become dangerous too. So we have to be cautious. Now, this scarlet thread applied to all, so let's look through it. You sure scarlet is red? What is that? Red. Okay. So it's a thread. Where should it be placed, Sister Sonia? Do you know? Where should this thread be placed? By Rhea. Where should she place it? At this particular time. I was picking at to make sure that we hit our evangelist over there. Where should? At the window. As you can see, so they don't know the story very well yet, So, you agree with her, Sister Bill? Oh, yeah, you're church long time. Yes, that's right. Place it in the thread. For what reason? Show it what?
Oh, no.
Why did she say show it private?
No. So they're protected. So her house is protected.
From? Oh, okay. That's one reason there. Put the thread through the window, we can identify you different from the other houses. And they were told to carry everybody inside and carry your family in this house. So this is where your security will be. Everybody. Yes, sir. No, somebody answer, Minister, is asking, what does this remind us of? Go ahead. Give her a mic, please. I'm not hearing what she's saying here. Yeah, mic is right beside.
The lamb's blood back in Moses' time.
Oh, you mean in Egypt?
Yeah.
What happened in Egypt?
Well, it was the day of, I forgot which day it was, but pretty much it was the last day of like the plagues, and
all right, think about the apps. Yeah. Think about the apps. In the sense of what Pastor is saying, the car is straight on through the window. So now, what was similar in the sense of what he's talking about on in the house? What did they do to the house in Egypt?
They put the lamb's blood on the house.
Yes. I don't know what you said. Brother, maybe you know that, right? Yeah. That's right. That's right. She coming out far to get the door she's talking about. The doorpost and the lintel and on the doorpost. Put the blood that when Zariah, you weren't here, but when they put the blood on the lintel and the doorpost in Egypt, what were they protecting themselves from?
The death angel?
Yes, the death angel coming through, and any else don't have that in trouble. Yes. Any firstborn in there, they are dead. They could look pretty ugly, it doesn't matter. Once again, firstborn with no blood on there, finish. Instruction, and they follow it very carefully. So that was it in Egypt. And so now we find here in a city called Jericho. We're telling you, Jericho, there was a woman which was a prostitute living on this edge, and there she was told because she did something. Sister Beth, what did she do that caused him to tell her to do that? To put the thread through the window. Oh, she had. That's right. So they send them to spy out not real Jericho. And then she hid the spies, protect the spies when they were searching for them. And then they say, okay, we'll save you. Because you're saying that you see that the people are trembling and that really we're going to be in trouble. But they're never so much. And so she had faith. And then they said, put the thread in your window that we can know the house, or everybody will be told, don't touch that house. And it seems as if the Lord knows it. But when you shake down wall, maybe something get knocked out too. She was at the edge, so it was likely the wall could not go up to or whatever they. But the Lord honors what His people does do. And so faith in the spies, she had faith in what they said to do, what they said to do, and then she was saved. And so that thread was what showed them that she's in that house. Don't touch that house. So let's look at it. I said, behold, when we come into the land, thou shalt bind this line of scarlet thread in the window. Joshua 12:18. So maybe they were the one who gave her the thread. You know where she get it from? Oh, that's right. You see that now? So they were using the thread, and he said, use this thread. And let you see it again, then we know. All right, good.
Yeah, correct that. This is a rope.
Rope, yeah. Yeah, it's a rope. And it's a thread. Couldn't have put them. It's a rope. Maybe it was known as rope in those days, that one. So it says thread. Anyway, let's aim to see how Rahab's faith in action makes her a type of Christ, right? So they're emphasizing action. And faith and action don't seem like they are in union, but there it is stated. And some say, I have faith, I don't have works. Some say, I have works.
Don't see it.
Faith too. So we're going to go into this. This is the hymn of the lesson to see. Let's read it again to see how Rahab's faith in action makes her a type of Christ. Right. So, right. Yes, it's showing the faith in action. Faith not only in the mind, but faith. It's not hoping cessally. I need to open like that. Although there might be powers in that too. But she did something. You know, the Church of God would emphasize strongly on words with the faith, like James. They like the James. But there are other people who want to deal with faith at another level too, which Church of God is missing out on that too, which is faith that it doesn't carry much works. It carries a deep concept. Yeah, no, this is what I'm saying in the sense of some people can come here and look on you and cause things to happen to you, and they don't move. A man can walk by because of the power pad upon you, and you fall on the ground, and he didn't touch you, but he carried a aura around you, and it affects you. People can look on you and speak in your heart. These are faith actions. You have to think in the spiritual realm of active movement like people. You know, it's not you doing the acting. See, like you work with the Word of God. The Word of God is a being. His name is Jesus. And so, faith, by believing, sometimes doesn't take an action at all. Not even a shaking of the body. And you have to also accept these things because they do exist. And this is where you might not find it very effective among us because we're only looking at the other side of it, where we're talking about salvation, where we talk about salvation is not just by just believing alone and living like that. So that is one aspect of it. You have to believe and you have to act in the sense of how you believe. This belief causes you to move a certain way. But we're talking about an incident that can be created by faith, or defect, or exercising faith. And I didn't have to take a hammer and hit you. Do you understand? I can create just as the same faith that causes people to have water tumbling down and they did not take a hammer and bulldozer and touch it. But there are agents that are working on their behalf. And you will see them just walk around and sit down, walk around and sit down, walk around and sit down, and then shout. And that's it. You see? And then there are other things that people just believe. They do nothing physical. And they are effective in bringing down stuff, shaking down stuff, changing stuff, just like as Jesus will come and he will look and he will just speak. Peace be still. Or you might say that's the action. They speak to agent and they work. He said, my word is spirit. Let us think of it as a simple stuff. They are like active being. So when I speak, the word goes as a being and produces. And so when God spoke, things just come into being. He didn't have to take a hammer or a fork or anything to bring it. Just say it. And sometimes it's not only say it, but just think. The thoughts that they are active. As you go along. But we want you to have to be living. And then you move toward. In your house, looking at what they're looking at and tell you what is in your house, what you did this morning, what you didn't do. And they're looking at it. And they get and so we're in it. And this is where faith comes And she believed and prayed, but in the country, and there was no. She would not know that way to say it. In our state, we can say something to you, move. So we're focusing on action. We take. Hope for something. See you as we go through. Let me hear from you. What is it that you
things which are needful have the heart that justifies by works, and receive messengers
say it loudly, whatever. Example you should me. Alright, I live in my house and I'm not. Your physicality is kind of coming out of it, getting out of it. Find that we are doing a lot of things spiritually, and it's happening. which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord,